Hello there everyone, my name is Clink, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Last time, we finished the Couple's Mask side quest, obtaining the Couple's Mask itself, and that leaves us with only 3 masks left in the game to get. The final one will be obtained at the very end of the game for collecting all of the other ones, and the other 2 are going to be in Ikana Valley. Today we are going to be redoing the Couple's Mask quest. I will not show all of it. In fact, I will only show any differences and whatnot. So it's just going to be a lot of jumping around. You can kind of treat this like a bonus part that's not a main one, but I'm going to make this a main numbered one, and I am going to get a couple of minor things anyways in this part, specifically 2 heart pieces, one involving the Couple's Mask and the other All Night one. So yeah, I'm going to skip around a lot to just all those core events, and I'll just see you guys with whatever I'm at. Okay, first things first, now that it is 10 a.m., we are going to be doing this conversation in the mayor's residence that I neglected to show last time. Most of the townsfolk already have taken shelter without waiting for the mayor's orders. The only ones left are public servants and committee members. Mr. Mayor and Carnival committee members, please order those who remain to evacuate. Well... You cowards, do you actually believe the moon will fall? The confused townsfolk simply caused a panic by believing this ridiculous, groundless theory. Soldiers couldn't prevent the panic, but outside the town walls is where the danger is. You want answers? The answer is that the carnival should not be cancelled. Isn't that right, Mr. Mayor? Well... Are you serious, Mudo? It seems that giant chunk of rock hasn't caught your eye. At this time every year, why are we overrun by tourists? So why is the town empty? Clearly, it's your job to ensure the carnival's operation, but that's if people are here for it. Don't drag the merchants and soldiers into this. If the soldiers wish to run, then run. Listen, we councilmen will stick to tradition. This carnival will be a success. I've never heard of a defense unit abandoning its town. Madame Aroma would surely say the same thing, wouldn't she, Mayor Dotor? Let's not bring my wife into this. And there is Mayor Dotor, and if we go on ahead and speak to them with the Couple's Mask... The Couple's Mask, what a nice reminder. So a young couple has been married. I wonder, did my wife flee? What did you just say? Yes, everyone, we are all worried for our families. Why don't we end this meeting? But, Mr. Mayor, this will do, whether you're stubborn and will stay and guard your family, or if you'd prefer to run away and seek shelter. That is for people to decide on their own. So yeah, we've put an end to that. Thank you for allowing me to put an end to all that pointless bickering. Adults are also stubborn. It is shameful. Here's a token of my gratitude. Piece of heart number 43. So, yeah. Well, I may be an unreliable mayor, but at least my family can depend on me. I want to protect my wife. Tedious meeting. But yeah, this is one of the big reasons that people consider Clocktown to be the denial stage of the 5 stages of grief being represented in this game, is these soldiers here. The mayor's orders are absolute, so the gate guards are still standing by. Gripes. So yeah, it's a very interesting interaction that I think is very, well, cool, and I love it. And that also has added the mayor to our notebook, and filled out all of it. So we are almost done with the Bomber's Notebook. We'll actually be finishing the whole thing today, which is awesome. So I will meet you guys for the next event that we haven't done. I believe that is going to be somewhere on day 2, but we'll see. Alright, I wanted to show this interaction with Cafe again, where he gives you the pendant for Anju. So I kind of forgot to do one thing here the first time we did this, and that is after you speak with him this time, you can actually talk to him again after receiving the pendant. Once we get to that, which I forgot how long this conversation actually is, even though I just did it like an hour and a half ago. Give it to Anju. There we go. Yeah, let's talk to him again. Things that get stolen in this town always make their way to the curiosity shop. I'm waiting for that to happen. Stand on that crate and peek into that hole. From here, I check on the curiosity shop's customers. And this is how he sees the conversation between Sakon and the shop owner. Yeah, I will be back on day 3 because I think the next objective is going to be probably near the end. Oh no, I'll be back at night for the all-night mass stuff. Alright, welcome back to Grandma's room. We're gonna listen to her second story. Tortoise, did you finish helping Father? Then let Mother read you a story. Now which story would you like to hear? We'll listen to the 4 Giants this time, which will last all night. The 4 Giants, is it? This is quite long, but it is a good story for you to hear, so I'll read it with some extra gusto. The 4 Giants, this tale's from long ago when all the people weren't separated into 4 worlds like they are now. In those times, all the people lived together, and the 4 Giants lived among them. On the day of the festival that celebrates the harvest, the Giants spoke to the people. We have chosen to guard the people while we sleep, 100 steps north, 100 steps south, 100 steps east, 100 steps west. If you have need, call us in a loud voice by declaring something such as, the mountain blizzard has trapped us, or the ocean is about to swallow us. Your cries shall carry to us. Now then, there was one who was shocked and saddened by all this, a little imp. The imp was a friend of the Giants since before they had created the 4 worlds. Why must you leave? Why do you not stay? The childhood friend felt neglected, so he spread his anger across the 4 worlds. Repeatedly, he wronged all the people. Overwhelmed with misfortune, the people sang the song of prayer to the Giants who lived in each of the 4 compass directions. The Giants heard their cry and responded with a roar. O imp, we are the protectors of the people. You've caused the people pain. O imp, leave these 4 worlds, otherwise we shall tear you apart. The imp was frightened and saddened. He had lost his old friends. The imp returned to the heavens, and harmony was restored to the 4 worlds. And the people rejoiced, and they worshipped the Giants of the 4 worlds like gods, and they lived happily ever after. Good job, wasn't that fun, Tortoise? What did the people do to call the Giants? This time you actually want to say, I don't know. Oh, really? But you listened hard, so Mother is happy. I'll give you some candy as your prize, and that would be Piece of Heart 44. This is the highest amount of hearts you can have going into the game's final dungeon. The remaining ones, we can get all but 1 before the last dungeon. Well, 3 of the 8, really, is what I should say. But I really like this story. I think it's actually really interesting. This is where you learn, before the end of the game, really, that the giant save our friend did, in fact, mean the Skull Kid. He was friends with the Giants. I'll have another comment to make as we reach the end of the game about that. But I like to think him being exiled to the heavens is why he's in the Lost Woods and Ocarina of Time. And him having Majora's Mask gives him the power to come back here, and he terrorizes the people, which clearly he's done this before if it's written in a storybook. I think it's all very interesting lore, it's very cool, and provides a whole lot more context for who the Giants are, their relationship to the Skull Kid, and maybe why the Skull Kid is terrorizing everyone like this. But with that, I'm going to move on to the next encounter. That finishes Anju's grandmother, and now we just have to finish Madame Aroma, so I will see you guys soon. Alright, so the next thing I want to show is actually here in Romani Ranch on the final day. This happens around 6 o'clock, I think, till 8, which means it's right about the time that Cafe is going to be going to Sakon's hideout, which means I have quite the journey to make. And very little time after this. But if we return to Romani Ranch, this is where Anju will seek shelter if she has not received the pendant. We can also find, No, I'm good. What is this practice for? Romani can't remember. Very interesting interaction. So we can still head inside of Mama's house here. And you want to head upstairs. And no one's here yet, but they will be soon, so I'll be right back at 6. Alright, so once you're at night of the final day, you can find Cremia and Romani sitting here at the table. Oh, sorry, 2 days ago, my sister... I'm sorry. Our cows are all gone, but please, enjoy yourself. And, Romani will just kind of... yeah, be like that. But if we head upstairs... we can find Anju and her family. Oh, Tortoise, you're late. Tomorrow's another early day, so good night. I'll read you a story tomorrow. Perhaps I was wrong, but he said so. The morning of the ceremony, he'd come meet me in my room, and I promised him I would wait, but already it's too late, isn't it? I've been a little harsh on Anju, but it's fine this way. Right now, surviving is the most important thing. So, Anju's mother has clearly convinced herself that they will survive here, but there's actually another interaction with Cremia where she knows that they won't. I will probably show that in a bonus episode at the end of the series. But yeah, that's Anju's dialogue, but there's actually some interesting dialogue if you talk to Anju's mother with Cafe's mask on. Don't speak to me wearing such an unpleasant mask, and she'll shoo you away. Yeah, it's a very sad interaction. This is what happens if you don't give Anju the pendant. Which is exactly what we need, because I'm going to show you the ending to this quest where you don't give it to her with Cafe when he returns. So, I'm going to go help Cafe, and I will see you guys after I do that. Alright, so now that I've helped out Cafe, we can finish up the quest for good this time. So, we are going to head to the milk bar. You don't have to help Cafe to do this part. As long as you have the priority mail, you can do it, but we are going to go on ahead and have the priority mail on our slot here and talk to Madame Aroma. If we can. Hello? Speak. There we go. Oh dear, are you alright with not fleeing? It looks like this is it for this town, you know. You saw the moon, didn't you? It's gotten so huge. All the townsfolk have fled. You should flee too, far away. Alright, and let me give you the mail, though. I just want to hand her the letter. Can I not do that? Let's try it with the Cafe's mask and see if that'll work. I think that might be it. Oh dear, you're the one who's searching for Cafe. How is it? Have you found him? Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh dear, priority mail. It's from Cafe, correct? Correct? Wonderful. You really are an expert. Yes, I'm sorry. My thanks. Yes, it is your job after all. And there you go, a free bottle of Chateau Romani that we can't do anything with. This will give you infinite magic for the rest of the cycle. We're going to be getting one of these in the next cycle. You delivered a son's sentiment to his mother. This was added to your notebook. I'm sorry, at this point in time, I can give you only something like this. Actually, I wanted to give this to you sooner, really. Alright, so with that, we have completed the quest and any material rewards from it, so that's all 6 bottles in the game. I do want to show a few more things, though. I'm actually going to have this on Y. So, first up is going to be the Bomber's Notebook. That was the thing I was going to show. We have finished it at this point. All 20 ribbons are at the end. All characters are filled in. So this is the completed version. If you wanted to see it, we no longer have anything to do with this for the rest of the game. So that is pretty much everything in Clocktown we can do. The other thing is going to be the interaction that you can have with Cafe when Anju is not here. Why did I say her name differently that time? As you can see, the room is empty. We can get some free money right here, because why not? She has left the dress behind since she's in Romani Ranch, but I'll cut back once Cafe is here. Alright, I hear Cafe coming up the steps, I think. No, that's just Link showing on his feet. Oh, here comes Cafe. Alright. Gonna be a sad interaction here. Isn't her bridal dress lovely? We promised each other when we were children that we'd marry on the day of the Carnival of Time. But my promise? I couldn't keep it. So yeah, a much more depressing ending than the first time. Cafe is alone, wondering what could have been instead. Yeah, it's not a very lovely ending to the quest, and there's a third ending that I said earlier. I'll show it in the in a bonus episode. It's where you give the pendant to Anju, but you don't help Cafe. So I do want to show that. I just don't want to play through the entire quest again today, so I'll show it with a lot of other small interactions that I either don't know about as of right now, or I do know about and just haven't gotten the chance to show in this playthrough. But please, I'll say it here, and I'm probably going to say it on the final episode too. Let me know in the comments any interesting little interactions that you might know about. Some of them I will know about, some of them I won't, but yeah, that is all for the couples mask. So with that, we can play the Song of Time, and I will see you guys next time, where we will finally be heading to Iconic Canyon to do the last portion of the game. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.